Older fans of the series may be aware about the Soleil controversy, and I'm here to explain to you that it isn't as bad as the media made it out to be. It was a classic case of someone misinterpreting a fan translation to a support, skipping over details, and gaming sites picking up the story well because it'll get them clicks. The news sites that picked up on this story didn't do any of their own research and took word of a random Twitter/Tumblr post as a matter of fact. I'm only the messenger, and a lot of the facts that I got about this topic is from the Kantopia article that I'll be linking in the description below. If you want to get a more in-depth look into the matter, be sure to check that article out. But first, in order to understand this controversy, we have to take a quick look at who Soleil is as a character. Soleil is the daughter of Laszlo, and she makes her appearance in Fire Emblem Fates, or more specifically, she makes her appearance in Fire Emblem Conquest and Revelations. The gimmick of her character is similar to her father's. She likes to pick up females for an afternoon of tea, though it's implied she's far more successful picking up girls than Laszlo ever was. However, when it comes to members of the army, she fails just as hard as her dad, leading to very comedic situations. This at first glance is humorous and rather innocent. The running gag that Soleil has is if she sees another attractive female, she ends up fainting. Her affinity for cute girls had led some people to believe that she is lesbian or at the very least bisexual. Though this topic is debated today, there were of course people who thought her sexuality was concrete. This leads to the controversy in which people thought the entire support was just gay conversion therapy with elements of date rape. This information spread to sites, and this forever doomed Soleil as a controversial character, despite the support chain not really reflecting these thoughts at all. The C support starts off rather innocently. Corrin talks to Soleil, in which Soleil tells Corrin of her struggles. When she sees a cute girl, she can't help but faint. It leads to awful situations, and Corrin, being little naive piggy, takes it upon himself to help her. As Corrin states, "I can't believe Soleil worries about things like this." The conclusion in the C support is Soleil's problems unknowingly become his problems, and the support ends rather innocently. But it's in the next support, the B support, where the root of the controversy starts to take place. In the B support, Soleil wakes up to see that Corrin is now a female, and Soleil is rightfully confused asking who this is. Corrin, now a female, asks her if she now sees him as a female, to which Soleil will respond, yes, completely. It's clear in the dialogue that Soleil is definitely not in the right state of mind, and we learn the reason as to why, as explained by Corrin himself. "I managed to get my hands on a kind of magic powder. I'm really sorry, but a little while ago I poured some of it into your drink. The person who drinks that powder somehow becomes able to see other people as the gender opposite what they actually are." This, as far as I'm concerned, is not a mistranslation. According to the Kantopia article, and after asking a few fluent Japanese-speaking friends, they have all confirmed that yes, Corrin did indeed spike Soleil's drink. This kind of behavior, no matter how many angles you take, is inexcusable. You should never spike someone's drink. But the sexual demeanor claim that follows afterwards is never mentioned, and the intentions for spiking the drink, as naive as it is, was to help Soleil and her problems. Corrin states, "Yes, after what you said, I wanted to resolve your concerns, so I thought it over a little and it led me to a conclusion. Seeing me as a girl, you can use me to overcome your issues. From now on, I'll get closer to you until you can tolerate being around me without fainting." And their next interaction cements this train of thought. I'm an awful voice actor, so please bear with me as I try to do a female's voice. I'm glad you feel that way, but I have a very specific type, and besides, you're Kamui. Please, move closer to me, look deep into my eyes. Huh? What's this feeling? It's kind of uncomfortable, but I'm also getting a little excited. Hey, Kamui, could you try saying my name? Soleil. Can you do it in a higher voice for realism's sake? Understood. Soleil. Thank you so much for saving our city. You were so strong and cool. Oh. How was that? I tried to be a little like the girl from town. It was superb. I was on the brink of fainting. Then let's use this method as a special training. Let's do it again at once. Yeah, please do, but before that, can we take a little break? Of course. Yes, while the magic powder is still in effect, I think I'll go take a peek at the other male soldiers in the army. Alright, I wonder what kind of cute girls that ugly lot will become. At the end of the support, Corrin ends up pleading to Soleil to not abuse the magic powder, and that concludes their B support. In their A support, we learn that Soleil still struggles around other attractive females. The effort that Corrin put in the previous supports don't bear fruit, but that ends up being okay with the two since the time spent between the two in trying to find a solution ended up forging a strong friendship between the two. The support chain even supports this idea reading, "No, it's not that hard. Obviously our special training didn't bring out the results we wanted, but you tried your hardest for me, Kamui. That makes me really happy. So this smile isn't forced. It's a real one." Is that so? In that case, I'm happy too. Soleil, you're my precious friend. From this day on, if you have any problems, I want to offer my strength to you. Really? Thanks. Then let's continue our special training once more. The girl version of Kamui is of course very appealing, but whether or not you're using the magic powder, it's fun being with you, Kamui. Thank you. Then from now on, let's think of more ways to train you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The A support ends like the C support, rather innocently. The help that Corrin tried to employ just didn't work. But it's in the S support where the controversy sprouts again once more, and it doesn't help that the S support has dialogue like this. Since the day you saw me as a girl, you couldn't possibly mean that you fell in love with a female me. Yup. Oh god. But it's okay. Right now I also love the male Kamui. I mean, when I drank that magic powder, I saw countless people as women, but the only one to make my heart throb was you, Kamui. Even now, my heart is beating fast. Hey, wanna try touching my chest? So, when looking at the support as a whole, there obviously isn't an issue. The problem stems from people only looking at the support at a surface level of what was occurring in the support chain and decided that Corrin spiked Soleil's drink and used the female self to seduce Corrin, when that clearly wasn't the case. As I explained in the C support and the failure that occurs in the A support, this clearly wasn't the case at all and ultimately doomed Soleil as a controversial character. So how did this even happen? People believe that this all started with Tumblr, but actually this all started off with a satirical Twitter post that boldly claimed that this support conversation was about gay conversion therapy and that Corrin had slipped drugs into Soleil's drinks in order to do the deviant act that followed afterwards. The problem was, the joke was poorly worded and people took the Twitter post for its face value. So news sites like Desctructoid would go ahead and publish the article calling the support homophobic, with their only affirmation being a troll saying, "Yes, I can verify this tweet is indeed 100% genuine." And even after the article got called out for being wrong, Desctructoid would double down on the matter, even deleting their community blog post trying to clarify the issue and putting updates that supported their stance. This news spread like wildfire amongst the Fire Emblem fans. And so, even with big gaming news sites trying to clarify the issue to maintain their journalistic integrity, all was for naught, as the echo chamber had already spread. This is a problem with gaming journalism, as there is no need to maintain ethics, especially if it's their livelihood. These sites will jump on any information to get people to click their sites because, well, it's revenue and those people need to be the first people to talk about it. The controversy that came out of this storyline paints a picture of what can happen when there are media outlets that don't care about the spreading of misinformation. This is why doing your own research is crucial, so you don't get swept away by the wave. In fact, I was guilty of this too. It wasn't until I started looking into this topic that I found I was in the wrong the whole time. So, if there's anything to learn from this, for everyone, it's to look into things on your own and take whatever other people say with a grain of salt. I would heavily encourage those watching this video to check out the link to the Kantopia article and reflect on what they have to say as well. Cause if we continue to let gaming news sites be motivated by clicks, it ends up demonizing and hurting characters that otherwise might be beloved. This has been JaeAIK, and as always, thanks for watching.